time now is 5 minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning. And welcome to the big conversation today, 24th of June 2025. My name is Jesse the African Sun. I'm here with Juliana. It's important for us to notify you that we've declared this day an International Day of Diplomacy and Executive Conversations, on the radio at least.
That is it.
So today, on the Executive Dialogue, we sit down with the man at the center of Rwanda's fastest moving digital revolution. His name is Monza Ali. He's the newly appointed CEO of MTN Rwanda. And from the look of things, he is enjoying his time in Rwanda. Now, with over 2 decades of telecom experience, including 21 years within the MTN group, Monza steps into this role at a very critical moment where digital infrastructure is no longer a luxury, but a lifeline. From rural connectivity to green energy and mobile financial inclusion, his vision is very, very ambitious. Yet, it is grounded in making sure every Rwandan is not left behind in the fourth industrial revolution. Now, as MTN Rwanda sharpens its focus on innovation, accessibility and sustainability, we want to ask him a few questions. But to start with, good morning and welcome to Royal FM.
Good morning. Good morning once again. Good morning to our audience today.
You know what has surprised me is when you say that you are actually from Ghana.
Yeah. I'm a Ghanaian.
You are?
Interesting.
Yeah. And my name is Kwesi, my Ghanaian name.
What's that? Kwesi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, Ali, no, Monzere. Monzere is
Monza is my first name,
Okay.
my original name. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So MTN is sharpening its focus on innovation,
Yeah.
on accessibility, on sustainability. What does the next digital leap look like, and who will benefit the most?
Look, very good question, and good morning once again. I mean, the next digital leap is about equity and empowerment. When we talk about digital is becoming the buzzword, but digital is about equity and empowerment. It's not just about faster connectivity and new technology. Digital is not about that only. It's about ensuring every Rwandan, from the city center to the remote villages, has access to tools, skills that improve their life. This is from my perspective what digital leap mean. Whether is a farmer in a remote village using a digital platform to access the price of the products, or a student learning in a remote village using an e-learning platform. So the digital leap should benefit everyone. It's not just about connecting the few. The digitalization and the innovation should be inclusive. Yeah.
I know that at the time when you come to lead MTN Rwanda, it's at an intersection of a great digital momentum that is happening in Rwanda. I'd like to check with you, Ali. What is your personal vision for what MTN can achieve in the next 3 to 5 years, or at least for the time that you'll be here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my vision is simple. I mean, I like to simplify things. I don't like complexity. It's simple but bold. MTN Rwanda should be the most trusted digital ally for every Rwandan. This is my vision as a CEO of MTN Rwanda. In 3 to 5 years, I want us to lead not only in technology, not only in speed, but to lead in impacts. We need to create a positive impact in every Rwandan life. We need to enable the SME, we need to empower the youth, we need to empower our people with the digital tools, we need to accelerate the e-services in the public and the private sector, we need to drive financial inclusion, take the financial inclusion to another level, from a normal basic wallet to a digital wallet. So that's in a nutshell, my vision for the 3 to 5 years.
So when you emphasize accessibility as one of your pillars, are there practical steps that MTN is taking to ensure this digital inclusion, especially for low income and rural populations? I think I've heard you talk about from Kigali to the most rural areas?
See, accessibility mean action. And it's a set of action that we need to execute. We need to expand our network. It goes without saying. Rolling out for 4G. Recently, we launched 5G. We were the first to launch commercial 5G network in the country, accelerating the 5G in a strategic location, especially in underserved region where we need to roll out 4G as well. And we need to launch affordable smartphone. Building a network without a device doesn't make sense. We play a big role as an industry player to accelerate the smartphone penetration. We recently launched our device financing platform or ecosystem, which we are rolling out gradually. Very soon we'll be everywhere with our device financing, where there's a smartphone or range of smartphone from low end to high end will be available on that platform. And also we are investing in digital literacy program.
Okay.
That's very, very important, because access without understanding is not a true inclusion. Access has to come with understanding. You build the network, you give the smartphone, but if there's no proper education on how to use that device on that network, I do believe we cannot call it inclusivity. So digital literacy is very critical. Recently I was in Rubavu, and we were doing the 21 days of Yellow Care, which is, those are 21 days where MTN give back to the community. We went to the Hanga Hub, the tech innovation over there, providing training, providing facilities, desktop, ICT tools for us to empower the people and empower the youth how to thrive in the digital age. So digital literacy program for me, it's very, very, very important.
I just want to break away from these professional questions and then come to some personal questions here a little bit. Allow me to. You came from South Sudan.
Yes, please.
And then you knew you were coming to Rwanda.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you do any preparations for, I need to prepare for Rwanda?
Look, I was watching Rwanda for some time, since I was in Nigeria. From 2015, 2016.
Where were you watching? Did you have interest even before you got here?
Rwanda is it's a shining star in Africa. Let me put it that way. And was watching the NST 1.0, the NST 2.0, the National Digital Transformation Agenda, and I was really impressed how the digital acceleration is progressing in Rwanda. And me as a also technology person, it's really interesting to watch, to see what's happening in Rwanda. So actually I was prepared. I was somehow prepared, and when they told me that you have to come to Rwanda, I got that dopamine rush in my body, excitement in my body. So now I have the chance to contribute to the national digital transformation of the country, and I have a chance to accelerate the execution of the national digital transformation. And that's the reason in less than 2 months we launched the 5G, because the 5G is not just a network, it's a platform for digital transformation.
Interesting. So in you, there was always a voice telling you, you must go to Rwanda.
I was hoping to come to Rwanda one day, but yeah, the dream.
The dream came to pass.
Exactly.
Now, totally, Rwanda is going green. That we are so much into green, and green energy and sustainability aren't often associated with telecoms. Why have you prioritized this, and how is MTN working to talk on carbon reduction?
Sustainability is no longer an option. Sustainability is a must right now. Climate change all around us. We see what's happening in the climate, and we operate in a world with a finite resource. The resources are limited at the end of the day. Energy resources are limited, and telecom, we have a responsibility too. We are one of the biggest CO2 producer, I do believe. The number of sites that we have, the data center, the facility, the car, the fleet that we have. So we believe we have a big responsibility toward the environment, toward the sustainability as a mobile network operator or as MTN. And we are investing a lot as an MTN Rwanda. We're investing in solarization. What I mean by solarization, putting solar panel across all our facility. We are working on upgrading what we call the battery ecosystem from acid to lithium, because lithium battery provide a much better battery autonomy, where you can run on battery for 8 to 10 hours without the need to plug to the grid or putting on the generator. And also we are running what we call efficient infrastructure. If you go to our data center right now, we are modernizing the cooling system. The cooling system, if you bring a modernized cooling system, water-based, the consumption of the electricity will be less. The carbon emission will be less. And also there's a lot of recycling initiative, e-waste initiative that we are deploying right now. And also we are digitalizing our workspace. When I say digitalizing our workspace, if you go now to my office, you don't see a single paper. Okay. Paperless environment. And now we started retiring the printer, something small, but it will add. Yes. Everything will add, inch by inch, will get there. So we are, actually this year I have a target to reduce the carbon emission 17% year on year. And we have a target as an MTN group to achieve net zero emission by 2040. And this is what we are aiming. It's a difficult one, but this is what we are aiming for net zero emission. So we need to cut emission while improving our services. And digital growth can be green growth as well. It's not like... and it's about leading by example. And we as an MTN Rwanda, we are leading by example.
I wanted to, just out of curiosity, to ask, when you say you're retiring the printer, what do you replace it with?
Why do you need to print? You need to print for you either to sign or either to read, or either to give that document to someone else. We have a digital signing platform. We share now document via a digital signing platform. We build it in a house. We have a very brilliant Rwandan software developer. They have developed a fantastic software where we can share and sign on that particular software. And if you want to read, we all have our own laptop, tablet, digital device.
Papers.
We don't need papers. Why you need to consume power on the printer? Why you want to consume paper and cut the tree to get the papers? And something small, but
could make a difference.
But make a big difference for us. It's not about cost also. Cost also play a factor because you are reducing your cost, but it's about the carbon emission and the sustainability that we are trying to drive.
Let me just try to cut back to 5G. You successfully launched 5G, and I think the question, in as much as there is the excitement about 5G, but there's also pressure. And when we talk about future networks, I would like to ask this question from your sincerity. How ready is Rwanda? And what would the roadmap look like to get us there to optimally use 5G?
Rwanda is very ready for 5G. And we should not forget, 5G is not only a consumer use case. Yes, the number of consumer devices that support 5G is quite limited, yes. But 5G, it's a platform for transformation. 5G is a catalyst for national digital transformation, economic empowerment, and economic developments. The level of innovation in Rwanda is amazing. Tech startup, tech innovator, now they can innovate and build an application that require ultra low latency, which only the 5G can provide. So we as an MTN Rwanda, we are creating a capability, a vehicle that will accelerate the national digital transformation. And just to make it, maybe to our audience, to make it clear, what's the difference between speed and latency? 5G for sure will provide higher speed, but the speed is not critical when it comes to 5G. The low latency is critical when it comes to 5G. What's the difference between both? When you are driving a car on a highway, you are driving on a speed 100 kilometers per hour. That's the speed, 100 kilometers per hour. The time that it will take you to reach from 0 to 100, that's the latency. So for example, on 4G, just to illustrate, maybe you need 20 seconds to reach from 0 kilometer to 100 kilometer. 5G, it will take you 2 seconds. So that's the latency that is very critical in the 5G. And that's required when it comes to smart agriculture, telemedicine, self-driving car, telemetering, all those kind of latest application require ultra low latency, which is the 5G. So the ambition is there. Rwanda is ready, and we are proud that MTN launched the first 5G commercial network, and our roadmap is clear. We continue the rollout, and as we speak today, more sites are coming on air, more 5G sites are coming on air across key strategic sector, tech innovation, educational sector in Kigali.
What is required of the users to be able to join 5G?
As a normal user, as a normal consumer, what you need is a device. For example,
that's 5G enabled.
5G enabled device, yeah. I mean, some of the devices are 5G, but they are not certified yet by the OEM. For example, iPhone, the latest iPhones, for iPhone 12 and above or 11 and above, they are open for 5G by default. But if you buy a Samsung, like any Samsung device, latest one, Samsung need to certify. But the good news, those big OEM, like Samsung, for example, once they will realize that the country has 5G, they will start unlocking their phone automatically in the country. And this is what we started seeing on Samsung. Down they are unlocking their 5G. So from consumer perspective, is the device. Now, but also don't forget, 5G will accelerate the broadband penetration. Home, office, building, and residential area. You know, you cannot build fiber everywhere. In some area, fiber economically is not viable. You have to dig the ground, you have to lay the fiber. 5G gives you the fiber wireless experience. Now, I can roll out broadband to home and to offices at a cheaper cost, giving you the fiber wireless experience by putting small device in your home, and voila, you will get the fiber experience.
Interesting. Customer experience is a big part of your strategy. And from digital self-service to modernized service centers, I want to ask, what is the next frontier in making MTN more human-centered?
Oh, very good question. And from my perspective, I pay big attention when it comes to customer experience. In our business, customer experience is the input. Revenue is the output. So from my perspective, I don't focus on revenue. I focus on customer experience. If you'll get the customer experience right, all the output will be right. So customer experience is big. We listen carefully, and we listen to understand, not to listen to respond. We design the customer journey based on the customer feedback. For example, for you to buy Guamon bundle or Desade bundle that we just launched, you don't need to go through 10 steps. We always try to minimize, to make it easy, from 10 to 5 to 3 to 2. We are getting smarter with artificial intelligence, because majority of the customer, when they call you, normally they are calling you to complain about their last interaction they had with your network. So we have that interaction. So we are building a lot of machine learning, artificial intelligence to understand why you are calling before someone talk to you. So we'll try as much as we can do a self-healing and self-resolution for your problem in the system, even before you call. Predictive customer complaint. When the last time you called WhatsApp call center, Netflix call center? I don't think we called WhatsApp call center. Self-healing.
I don't even think they exist.
100%. The best call center in the world is the call center that has no agent. That's the best call center in the world. And don't get me wrong, we are not yet there. We need like a decade to get there. Building artificial intelligence, predictive customer complaint, and self-healing process. So, and it's about empathy. This is very, very, very important. And the customer need to feel that they are getting heard. For example, the customer complained to us about certain product. We launched a Guamon on Monday. They complain about the voice. We launched Desade as well. So we keep listening to the customer, and as much as we can, delivering on the customer demand. So the future is customer experience and not just digital. And if you ask me, I prefer to move from customer experience to human experience. Yeah.
This is the last question before we let you go to give way to the other business of the day. You come into Rwanda, you've joined MTN. We all admire to work at MTN. Hopefully, after this conversation, we could have a side chat. Isn't it, Juliana?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
most welcome.
I just gave him a plan.
Yeah.
Off air.
So you come and join this very robust, exciting team at MTN Rwanda. I mean, I just want to check in as an executive, a senior executive in the company. Perhaps you've never met anyone in the team. They're all new to you. How do you guarantee that you'll fit into the culture and actually succeed?
No, I met majority of my people for sure. You know, I'm a people person, and
Yeah, you look it.
the first touch with my team in the first town hall, if I remember, on 22nd of April when I landed, I told the team, and I'm not here to take care of the business. I'm here to take care of you, for you to take care of the business. My job is to take care of my people. And once I take care of my people, they will take care of the business. And once we build a culture of trust, and each one trust each other, trust the person sitting on his left and the person sitting on his right, we can move mountain.
Very
That's a
great.
good one.
Good one to learn and to take home.
Yeah. Take care of people to take care of your business.
Yes. Kigali in the morning, we have been speaking to the Chief Executive Officer at MTN Rwanda. Great insights shared on the journey that MTN wants to take on going forward. They have launched 5G. If you have questions, of course, you know where to go. And we look forward to having many more engagements, Ali, when you have time to pass by at the radio.
Absolutely. I'm always available. And thank you so much to you. And thanks to our audience for listening to us today. Thank you.
27 minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning.